I am a powerful, loving, caring, spiritual being of bright light. This is most clearly expressed through my stress relief coaching practice, my personal training practice, in interactions with friends and family, in my marriage to my wife Trudy, and as a father to my three wonderful children, Erica, Forrest, and Justin. Things haven't always been so bright. My story begins in inner city Detroit. My parents were both civil servants, my mom with the city of Detroit, and my dad with the post office. My spirituality was evident early on, which I got from my mom. I remember at 8 years old, I couldn't stand Mother Goose and other fairy tales, so she would read to me from The Prophet by Khalil Gibran at bedtime. Though I had a good solid start in life, things deteriorated when I got into my teens. It was then that I watched as my mom and dad both get strung out on heroin. This caused quite a bit of financial and emotional upheaval for me. I remember doing homework in the dark by candlelight, wrapped up in a blanket, because our utilities were shut off. This was just one situation of many bizarre occurrences and dysfunctional scenarios throughout my upbringing. It all came to a head after I moved to Chicago. I had a developing talent and passion for the hospitality industry and had begun to climb in my career. The restaurant job I had transferred me to Chicago at my request. One day at work, I received a phone call from my brother. My mom had attempted suicide by slitting her wrist. The good was that she lived, and the other good was that this was the shock she needed to turn her life around. She cleaned herself up and got somewhat back on track. I, meanwhile, continued to progress in the restaurant business, and at 22 was hired as general manager at one of the top nightclubs back in Detroit. My success continued until I found myself in the throes of drug addiction, strung out on crack cocaine. Funny, I watched it all happen all around me to my family and friends, thinking it would never happen to me. But unfortunately, it did. Fortunately, I hit bottom fairly quickly, and ironically, with the help of my mom, I cleaned myself up and never looked back. It was shortly after this in 1989 that I moved to Colorado. This was a watershed event in my life. It is then that this city boy became a clean living mountain man, hiking, camping, backpacking, and more recently, mountain biking and bow hunting. I am a self-taught chef, and since moving to Colorado, I have opened and owned 5 different restaurants and helped others open several more. I did experience more darkness in 2001 while going through a contentious divorce with my first wife, which forced me to liquidate 3 restaurants and file for bankruptcy. But like every dark period of my life, I've been able to see the light contained in it. This brings to mind one of my favorite Khalil Gibran quotes. The deeper sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. As I reflect, everything I have experienced has been a blessing that has driven me to where I am today and the deep gratitude I have for life. For one, I have been clean and sober for 32 years. My favorite part of myself in my life is the fact that I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs of any kind. After my divorce and the forced sale of the 3 restaurants I had at the time, I didn't want to immediately go back into the restaurant business because of the time and demands. I contemplated something I could do that would afford me the flexibility to be an active father. I reflected back to my school days as an athlete and decided on my passion for sports and fitness. That's when I became a personal trainer. My early focus was on speed and agility training for team sports and general fitness. After the sale of my most recent restaurant, I still have a thriving personal training practice as well as a building stress relief coaching practice. Many people don't know I have also published 2 books, Adam's Eve, a novel, and Sweeping Her Off Her Feet with Food, the ultimate guide to romance and seduction in the kitchen. Ladies, you want to get your man a copy of that one. Both are available on Amazon.com. I am currently working on my 3rd book, 29 Degrees, How to Eliminate Stress and Live a Life Filled with Inner Peace, Joy, and Purpose, regardless of circumstances. If you ask any member of my immediate family, what is Dad or Eric's #1 goal in life, you'll get the answer: to find the God in everything. This aim guides my life and is a major theme in my most recent book. My experiences have led me to a deep level of gratitude for everything my life has manifested, light and dark. I have become intently focused on sharing my light with others and helping them see that whatever they are going through doesn't have to diminish and, in fact, can enhance the true light of who you are. I am Eric S. Lee. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me. And I'd love for you to contact me and explore how I can help you in your journey into deeper levels of inner peace. Contact me at eric@innerpeacetoday.com. And remember, if it's costing you your peace, it's too expensive.